Hello everyone, in this video we're going to be predicting the price of the two biggest chase cards in Shining Fates, Shiny Charizard VMAX and Full Art Marnie. At the time this video is being released, we're about 2 weeks away from the official release date of Shining Fates, and if you weren't aware, this set is going to be subject to heavy allocation, so it's going to be pretty hard to find this sealed product in the wild. So I hope you got pre-orders in, and I hope you're able to get your hands on some of these products because this set's going to be awesome, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be harder to find than Vivid Voltage and even Champion's Path from earlier last year. So let's start off by talking about the price of Shiny Charizard VMAX. My price prediction will focus primarily around 4 main pillars. Number 1, the English card to Japanese card price ratio. Number 2, the price of its Japanese counterpart, Shiny Charizard VMAX from Shiny Star V. Number 3, the price of Rainbow Charizard VMAX from Champion's Path. And number 4, the price of Charizard GX from Hidden Fates. So let me clarify what I mean when I say English card to Japanese card price ratio. Generally speaking, Japanese cards tend to go for less than their English counterparts, assuming both are equal rarity. For example, Rainbow Pikachu VMAX from Amazing Volt Tackle in a PSA 10 has topped out at around $800, while Rainbow Pikachu VMAX from Vivid Voltage in a PSA 10 has hit highs around $2,000. Similarly, a PSA 10 Shiny Charizard GX has hit prices of $1,000 in Japanese and $2,000 in English respectively. Let's just generalize and say that Japanese cards are about half the value than their English counterparts. On December 18th, 2020, Shiny Charizard VMAX from Shiny Star V topped out at $1,525 for a PSA 10. From November 30th until December 20th, Shiny Charizard VMAX in a PSA 10 sold for over $1,000 4 different times. The first month of Shiny Star V saw the card hit its highest price since there were very few 10s in existence, but sort of been on the decline ever since. The same card later hit an all-time low on January 2nd at $581, but currently goes for around $600 to $700 in a PSA 10. The raw card has seen highs of over $500, but currently goes for about $300 in today's market. Since Champion's Path was the last special set that we had, it would be a good idea to look at the prices of the Rainbow Charizard VMAX from that set. Similarly, since Hidden Fates is the sibling set to Shining Fates, it would be wise to look at the prices of the Charizard GX from Hidden Fates as well. The Rainbow Charizard VMAX from Champion's Path in a PSA 10 sold for over $3,500 for the first few copies, but the price has now stabilized around $600 to $700. We also saw the raw card hit highs of $600 near the release of Champion's Path, but currently fetches about $300 in today's market. A more similar comparison might be the Charizard GX from Hidden Fates. The card in a PSA 10 has hit well over $2,000 at its highest, but currently sits at around $1,200 to $1,300. So what are the numbers? What are my prices? What is my prediction for the price of this card? Well, I think in a PSA 10, I think we're going to top out at around $4,500 for this card. For the first few copies, for the first few graded copies, when the population is very low, I think I can see this card hitting $4,500 on eBay. And I think the price is probably going to stabilize somewhere around $1,500. I think it's going to be more expensive than the Charizard GX from Hidden Fates. I could be wrong, this is just my guess, it's just based on the things that I've showed you and talked about in this video, but I think that's what it's going to stabilize around. $1,500 for the first year, could go higher after that, could go lower, but I think around $1,500 is going to be what it's going to be worth in a PSA 10. And as far as the raw version of the card, I think the card's probably going to go for around $900 to $1,000. Starting off for the first few copies. It would not surprise me to see this card hit $1,000. Like, let's be real. This card can definitely hit $1,000 as a raw copy. And I can see this card probably stabilizing somewhere around $600 to $700 raw when it's all said and done for the first year. This card's going to be very highly sought after, so I wouldn't put it past Charizard VMAX to hit $1,000 in its raw form. If you were lucky enough to get a black label Shiny Charizard VMAX, then you're looking at possibly $15,000 since a black label Shiny Charizard GX from Hidden Fates has gone for over $10,000 several times. There's a good chance that Shining Fates will be more sought after than Hidden Fates, so it would not surprise me to see a black label Shiny Charizard VMAX from Shining Fates hit $15,000. Now let's talk about Full Art Marnie. The first ever copy of a PSA 10 Full Art Marnie from Shiny Star V sold for $1,500 on December 30th. Since then, the price of a PSA 10 has stabilized around $700 to $800. The raw version of the card has consistently sold for about $200. The English Full Art Marnie is looking to dethrone the queen of waifus herself, Lily from Ultra Prism, who has recently fetched $1,000 in a PSA 10, and I don't see the growth of her stock decreasing anytime soon. So here's my price prediction for Full Art Marnie. I think if you have one of the first copies of a PSA 10 Full Art Marnie in English, you could fetch well over $2,000 for this card, and I can see this card hitting a high of possibly $2,500. I think most likely it's going to stabilize closer to around $1,500 when it's all said and done, but that's still a lot of money for a full art supporter card, and I think Marnie is going to be the most expensive full art supporter card that we're going to have in the Pokemon trading card game. And as far as the raw version is concerned, I think it's going to reach highs of probably $500 near release, and I think it's going to stabilize closer to around $350, again making it the most expensive raw full art supporter card that we have. Alright, so there you have it. Those are my price predictions for Shiny Charizard VMAX and Full Art Marnie from Shining Fates. Of course, I'm just some random guy speculating about numbers, looking at data, looking at past listings and stuff, and similar cards to try to figure out what they might be worth, but until someone pays an exorbitant amount of money for these pieces of cardboard, we're not going to know how much these cards are actually worth. So, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, follow me at twitch.tv/Naji, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.